Hey everyone, Micah here with Electrek, and today I'm in Boynton Beach, Florida, checking out the YuJet electric surfboard. Let's see how it goes. The YuJet Surfer is a carbon fiber, electrically powered surfboard. I'll come right out and say that I have absolutely zero surfing experience, outside of one time riding an electric hydrofoil board, which uses a wing underneath the board to lift you out of the water, but which also resulted in me crashing a number of times while learning on it. But the YuJet Surfer is supposed to be much easier for beginners like me, which is why I was so stoked to go test it out. Co-owner of YuJet, Chad Knopp, was nice enough to take me out on the board and show me the ropes. He's also tanner and buffer than me, so of course I cut him out of as many shots as possible. To control the board, there's a simple handheld remote with a trigger that you squeeze to activate the motor. I began by just riding around on my stomach and then on my knees to get a sense of the board and the throttle response. Now mind you, this thing can get up to 24 miles an hour or 38 kilometers per hour and is very powerful. One hard squeeze of that trigger and you take off like an electric orange dolphin. But I didn't come out here just to lay on the board, I came out here to surf, which is what I planned to do. Chad explained the process to me, which was basically to sit down, hit the throttle, and then once you're going fast enough, do a push-up and land on your feet. Simple, right? I figured my first attempt would be a laughable failure, so I said what the hell and just went for it. And believe it or not, I actually made it up on my first try. I was super shaky and it wasn't pretty, but I did it and it was an amazing feeling. I couldn't believe how easy it was, honestly. I've ridden plenty of electric skateboards, but this is both different and infinitely more fun. As my confidence grew, I began riding faster and taking tighter turns. It's really hard to explain how awesome the YuJet feels here. It's the fun of riding a jet ski with the free-riding feeling of carving on a skateboard. And it was all so easy, like deceptively easy. That doesn't mean I didn't wipe out though. I had several of those too when I got a bit too confident or lost my footing on turns that were too tight. I also found it difficult to make left turns in my regular foot position, since I couldn't see the water below me, unlike right turns, where you can see everything as you lean out over the water. Chad explained that I can sort of cheat by grabbing the outer handle and leaning the board that way, which makes me feel more stable and not like I'm doing a trust fall with Poseidon. I also feel like it makes me look more like a pro than I actually am at this, which is a nice little side benefit too. All in all, I spent about an hour on the board, though that was peppered with stops to get more advice from Chad. YuJet claims you'll get closer to around 40 minutes of ride time on average, and of course you can swap in a spare battery to keep surfing all afternoon. Now at this point you're probably wondering how much something like this costs, and I won't keep you in suspense any longer. The YuJet Surfer is just shy of $10,000, which either made you choke if you're new to the industry, or surprised you with its affordability if you're familiar with other electric surfboards that cost twice as much. This is new technology with a niche market, and so of course it's going to be fairly pricey. I can't afford one, and you probably can't either. But to be honest, you and I probably aren't the target market here. YuJet is focusing more on wealthy water sports adventurers, rental companies, yacht owners, and anyone who has their own lake house where they could easily carry the 20-pound board right down to the water and put in from their yard. And I get it, I can see the advantage here. The board is light and nimble. It gives you that jet ski experience, yet is something that you can easily load in the back of your truck or maybe carry on the side of your scooter. So there's a lot to like here. It gives you that water sport experience of having a jet ski without the annoying parts of having a jet ski. And while the price may keep it out of the range of most of us here at home, if you ever see one of these for rent while you're on vacation, I highly recommend spending an hour on it. You'll pick it up in a few minutes and you'll have a blast on it, unlike anything you've experienced before. So that's it, I just took my first test ride on the YuJet electric surfboard. It was incredible. I cannot believe how easy it was to ride. I got up on my first try and it was just a ton of fun. So I definitely give it 2 thumbs up. Last but not least, make sure you guys like the video and don't forget to subscribe so you can check out all of our electric vehicle videos. And before I have to give this thing back, I'm gonna go play with it just a little bit more.